I recently discovered a shocking truth about my husband, Maurice, that turned my world upside down. It all started when I stumbled upon whispers of his past, revealing a secret sexual relationship he had with his best friend, Pokey, during their high school years. This wasn't just a fleeting moment. It was a deep connection that they had kept hidden from me for years, even though it was common knowledge among their friends. When I learned this, it felt like someone had pulled the rug out from under me. The revelation hit me hard, igniting a storm of emotions that I hadn't anticipated. As I processed this new information, I found myself grappling with a surge of jealousy and insecurity. The image of the bond Maurice shared with Pokey haunted me. Their connection dated back to childhood, filled with countless shared memories that I had never been a part of. What stung the most was a special nickname Maurice had for Pokey, one that he had never used for me. The thought of this secret intimacy gnawed at me relentlessly, making me feel like an outsider in my own marriage. In the midst of my turmoil, I felt an overwhelming urge to confront Pokey. I needed answers, clarity, and perhaps even closure. So, fueled by a mix of anger and humiliation, I stormed into the conversation, my heart racing. I expressed the hurt that had built up inside me, laying bare my feelings of betrayal. I made it clear that I wanted to distance Maurice from him, believing that this was the only way to reclaim my sense of security. In that heated moment, I felt a surge of empowerment, but as soon as it faded, I was filled with dread about what this confrontation would mean for my marriage. When I finally spoke to Maurice about my feelings, I expected him to understand my pain, to validate my insecurities. Instead, he dismissed my concerns, accusing me of overreacting. He insisted that there was nothing inappropriate between him and Pokey now, pointing to our long-term marriage as proof of his commitment to me. But his words fell hollow, doing little to ease the growing distrust that was taking root in my heart. As the days turned into weeks, the tension between us escalated. I felt increasingly uncomfortable with Maurice's friendship with Pokey, and my heart was heavy with doubt. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to their relationship than he was letting on. It strained the fabric of our marriage, turning our once happy home into a battleground of unspoken fears and resentments. My friends, including Gertrude, tried to offer their perspectives on the situation. Some suggested that I should learn to coexist with Pokey in our lives, arguing that it was essential for Maurice's happiness. But their advice only added to my confusion. How could I accept someone who had once been so intimately connected to my husband? My insecurities were magnified when a mutual friend revealed that Maurice had an emotionally dependent relationship with Pokey, further complicating my feelings of inadequacy. It felt like I was losing my place in his heart. In a pivotal conversation, Maurice finally opened up about his past with Pokey. He confessed that he had loved her intensely during high school and shared the emotional trauma of losing a child with her. This revelation shifted everything for me. It explained the depth of their connection, but also left me feeling more uncertain about my place in his life. I realized that the bond they shared was not just physical, but deeply emotional, and it left me questioning whether I could ever compete with that kind of history. After another emotional confrontation, in which Maurice refused to limit his friendship with Pokey, I felt I had no choice but to take a step back. It was a painful decision, but I needed space to breathe and think. I decided to go stay with my parents, hoping that distance would provide me with the clarity I desperately needed. Now, as I sit with my thoughts in the quiet of my childhood home, I feel empty and conflicted. The love I once felt for Maurice is intertwined with a heavy sense of betrayal and doubt. I find myself grappling with the possibility that I might need legal counsel as I navigate this uncertain future. The road ahead is unclear, and I can only hope to find the clarity I seek amidst the chaos of my emotions. Each passing day brings new questions and fears, and I am left to wonder if I can ever rebuild the trust that has been shattered or if I must forge a new path entirely.